This godless communism. Stalin was dead. Just as after Lenin's death, a struggle erupted within the Communist Party over who would become the new tyrant. Possible winners of the struggle were numerous. Lavrentiy Beria, one of Stalin's most vicious workers and head of the secret police, considered by many experts the likely winner. Georgy Malenkov, a cautious, somewhat studious follower of Stalin and a specialist in foreign affairs. Vyacheslav Molotov, a longtime holder of top posts under Stalin and Lenin. Marshal Georgy Zhukov, Russia's greatest World War II hero with a strong support within the army. Nikolai Bulganin, Minister of Defense under Stalin. Lazar Kaganovich, the oldest of the candidates, a longtime friend and supporter of Khrushchev. Nikita Khrushchev, little known outside Russia, but a shrewd and powerful Stalin official. Although each of them wanted to be the new dictator, none was strong enough to take over the government alone. This situation within Russia is critical. Some of our experts think that Russian people might revolt against the communists. Yes, communism will be in trouble without a strong, cold-blooded leader. However, a real revolution in Russia was not to be. In only a short while, Nikita Khrushchev would take command. With the victory of Russian-led communism on a worldwide scale, governments will wither away. As Marx and Lenin taught us, God will no longer exist in the minds of men, and heaven will exist on earth. Khrushchev was born 68 years earlier in Kalinovka, near Ukraine. A son, someday he will till our land with me. Instead, after attending school a short time, Khrushchev went to work in a factory. In 1918, shortly after Lenin came to power, Nikita Sergeyevich Khrushchev, this is your Communist Party membership card. You are now a true comrade. In 1925, he was graduated from grade school, to which he had been sent by the Communist Party. I am very proud of my diploma. After all, I earned it while I was working. Nikita, perhaps your membership in the party will help you to get ahead. In fact, party membership and the education it had given him resulted in his leaving the working class. The grand and glorious working class will someday rule the world. It is that new Communist Party official. He says nice things, but I am told he is a vicious man. One day, Khrushchev met Lazar Kaganovich, a leader in the Red Revolution and friend of Lenin and Stalin. You have been doing good work for the party, comrade. I believe I can help you toward more responsible positions. I would be honored, comrade. Khrushchev's star began to climb. He received more schooling and more important positions. By 1934, with the help of Kaganovich, he was head man of the Communist Party in the Moscow province. During this time, he became one of Stalin's chief killers. He sent thousands to their deaths. What I have done is for the Communist Party. Therefore, it is good. In one of his speeches, Khrushchev had this to say about the killing. By lifting their hand against Comrade Stalin, they lifted it against the best humanity possesses. For Stalin is our best hope. Stalin is our banner. Stalin is our will. Khrushchev was sent to Ukraine, near his old home, to discipline the people there. Khrushchev has been in the Ukraine for 2 years now, and has brought about the execution of about 400,000 people. He has done his job well. Tell him to return to Moscow. Late in World War II, Khrushchev returned to the Ukraine and had hundreds of thousands more killed for welcoming the Germans to Russia. It is that murderer, Khrushchev. They call him the hangman of the Ukraine. Because of his work, Khrushchev became one of Stalin's most trusted officials. Stalin is a treacherous man, but I have no need to fear him. He trusts me. Khrushchev is probably the only man here whom I can trust. Following Stalin's death, Russia was ruled for a time by a group of Stalin's old top officials. The Russians have a group leadership now: Malenkov, Beria, Molotov, Kaganovich, Bulganin, and a fellow named Khrushchev. I imagine it won't be long before only one of them is left. While they battled among themselves, they improved a lot of the people, for they feared they might otherwise revolt. Another man from a slave labor camp. They are freeing many of them these days. And have you noticed all the nice things the state stores are selling the people now? Beria was most feared by the other leaders. For the time being, they banded together against him. December 1953. Today, Lavrenti Beria, proven to be a traitor, was executed and no longer endangers the people. Long live our communism! With Beria out of the way, Khrushchev stepped up his fight for power. As party secretary, I can appoint men to power to replace Beria's old henchmen. They will support me. I will play up to Zhukov. That way, I'll have the backing of the army. It wasn't long before another of the leaders fell. Hear the news? Russia's Premier Malenkov has been forced to resign, and Bulganin is taking his place. Yes, it seems this fellow Khrushchev is behind it all. It was not long before the whole list of candidates had been cut down to one. Well, now it's official. That fellow Khrushchev is Russia's new dictator. Maybe he won't be as bad as Stalin. Even the man who helped him to power, Kaganovich, was shoved aside. That is Kaganovich, the great communist leader. What is he doing at a cement factory in the Ural Mountains? The rumor is that he was sent here by Khrushchev to get rid of him. As for Zhukov, the army leader, forced into retirement by the man I helped to power. This is the thanks I get. Now I must gain control of the people's minds. They hated Stalin and think that I helped him in what he did. It is true, but they needn't believe it. Khrushchev proceeded to accuse Stalin of all kinds of treachery, as if he, Khrushchev, had nothing to do with it, in a 4-hour speech. It is clear that Stalin showed in a whole series of cases his intolerance, his brutality, and his abuse of power. Not long thereafter, another statue of Stalin being smashed. Perhaps a new statue of Khrushchev will soon be erected there. Eventually, even Stalin's body would be removed from its place of honor. To gain approval of the people, Khrushchev made many public appearances. It was his hope that the people of the world would forget his past crimes. See how I smile? See how nice I am? People of the world, I am just a regular fellow. Now that Stalin is gone, times will change. His actions lulled many of the world's people to sleep. I see where Khrushchev says he wants to live at peace with the world. Yes, isn't that nice? He calls it peaceful coexistence. These people had forgotten the communist goal, world domination. Then, in October 1956, Comrade Khrushchev, we have a report that the Hungarians have revolted against us. They say they want freedom. They have freedom, communist freedom, and they shall have peace too, communist peace. I want them crushed. Send in tanks and guns and planes until they are smashed. To be continued in the next installment of this Godless Communism.